Hello, everyone! Blue Star Saber here with,
Hey guys, it's me, Mangareader.
this time with a Naruto avatar. But anyway, me and we're here today to discuss the Sasuke Retsuden chapters 8 and 9. Now, originally I thought that chapter 10 was going to be coming out this week, but due to the whole messy schedule that is Retsuden's publication, seems like it was 2 weeks, which I got confused by, but yeah. We're doing just chapters 8 and 9, and then 10 will be its own separate review and all that stuff. Because I figured, you know what, might as well get these two chapters out of the way, and then we can just have a full-on discussion of chapter 10. And I believe Lucky Chi would like to join us.
Since we all know you all love this series.
But before we begin, Margarita, I know that next week you won't be available, but I'm just curious to see, what do you make of the Naruto popularity poll?
The fact that Minato ended up winning.
Yeah, and who else? And who else became in the top 10 and all that stuff? Or particularly, let's see, a certain Kunoichi came in third.
I'm not surprised by Sakura. I guess I know it was what the poll was for a spin-off, however long it was. I don't know if it was a one-shot spin-off or if it's supposed to be like a spin-off.
It's a one-shot spin-off, and as you know, Minato won partly because people wanted to see him do a one-shot, and from my understanding, the contents of that will be a Minato's Thunder God technique and all that stuff.
Learning the Thunder Flying God or whatever.
Yeah, we're gonna see him learn that jutsu and all that stuff, from the way Kishimoto described in his interview.
Well, that is interesting to say the least.
So yeah, arguably something that people want to see, really.
People want to see this. Yeah, you're right. Beyond that, I guess it's kind of surprising. Naruto and Sasuke both still ended up being lower on the poll. I get that they don't need a spin-off, but
yeah,
it's just funny.
We're about to review a spin-off with Sasuke, but yeah. But
the One Piece fans are laughing it up because they feel like Luffy would still end up winning a poll for a spin-off.
Yes, arguably, probably as well. Partly because, Luffy is one of the few. It's the only two shonen protagonists besides Gintoki has always come first in a popularity poll.
Right. Well, I think Goku always comes in first place for Dragon Ball if they ever had polls, but
I'm not sure. I need to check on Dragon Ball, but yeah.
I'm not gonna be honest. I don't know if there's polls, but I just know that Goku is very much
the number one character for Dragon Ball.
Yeah. I know actually over the last couple years, Vegeta's actually gone up there in popularity, but I think Goku is still one of the ones that will consistently always end up being popular.
Yeah, but yeah.
So
it's caused quite a lot of drama, discussion, and all that stuff in the polls. And I'm hoping to do a stream with it with a certain few people next week. Well, granted, that's when Chapter 10's out, but you're not here next week. So we'll be doing Chapter 10 arguably in 2 weeks, and hopefully Lucky Chi will join us for that one.
What's 2 weeks from now? That would be the 29th. It'd be the exact same availability that I was on the 22nd. So
okay,
it is what it is. If you're willing to do a later stream, then if you want me and
let's see.
James to be a part of them, obviously, then.
Well, I'm sure we can find some time to find, a stream, even if it's not on a weekend and all that stuff. But yeah, we'll figure it out. But yeah,
right.
Let's see. Maybe if it's like a Wednesday, Thursday, Monday, we'll something like that. We'll figure out once the chapter's out and all that stuff. But yeah, but for now, we got chapters 8 and 9, and technically we have reviewed a part of 9. Well, we gave a bit of a brief summary of what it was, like the first half. But we're going to probably try and just review it wholly again, just so we get the whole context of the chapter.
If you want.
And then, of course, chapter 9 and all that stuff. And but yeah, from what this is, these two chapters will conclude the whole conflict with the whole dinosaur things and the antagonist. Whether or not it, let's see, and whether or not they will be any good or not, well, that will probably be up for debate and all that stuff. But yeah.
Right.
So far, we have not been very optimistic this series, but yeah. Anyway, summary for the first chapter, chapter 8, part 1. As I'm pretty sure people probably remember from last time, Sasuke realizes that Juji is Sanzu, and people, we seem to have lost Mangareader. Just as we're about to begin a summary, and yeah, let's see, I wonder what happened there. On people, let me just let's see, I'll just check if he's okay. There we go, he's back on.
I have no idea what happened there, so just
Okay.
as if I wasn't gone.
So yeah, but yeah, let's see. Sasuke realizes that his cellmate Juji must be Sanasu's accomplice and all that stuff. As we see her, Sanasu flying on. Let's see, hold on. I'm just gonna get on I'm just gonna get the dinosaur page on the Naruto wiki and all that stuff. And apparently, this is a Petrosaur and all that stuff. So not a pterodactyl because I got we got the names wrong with the dinosaurs quite a bit last stream, but yeah. But
did we though? Did we really?
Okay. Well, first Evil corrected us. Let's see whether or not he will join us for this stream as our consistent watcher. Remains to be seen, but yeah. But he's got the ultimate dinosaurs ready for the Prime Minister and all that stuff. As Sasuke and I believe now Memo, I believe that is the dinosaur's name if I recall. Yeah, Memo. Let's see. Have arrived as we see prisoners being chased by pretty much I believe they're called these are. No. Seems some sort of like a Spinosaurus type dinosaurs, maybe. I could be wrong.
Yeah, they are what they are.
Yeah. So they're being chased with Sasuke coming in to help them and all that stuff as they end up being splitting to help prisoners evacuate. Some of them are, of course, already dead and being eaten by the dinosaurs. Let's see, pretty much the big Titan dinosaur is, or the long neck dinosaur is pretty much standing over the main tower, crushing everything. Sasuke realizes that Sakura is trapped in there, trying to find her, which we see her awaken from being unconscious and trying to figure out how to bust herself out of here. And apparently she's completely unable to move her left arm and being a bit helpless. She sees the moon and all that stuff. And she looks like she's closing her eyes, but when she wakes up, she realizes that Sasuke is with him, revealing that Gigi betrayed her and all that stuff, telling her not to speak and save her strength. And then you got Sasuke using the medical jutsu healing thing. And Let's see. Sasuke says that she's recovering fine and all that stuff. As she apologizes for not stopping Juji, saying how useless she is, and him saying not to apologize for it in this condition. Yeah. Let's see, and with her asking her if she can move. Margarita.
Yes, I'm here.
Sorry, I just thought I heard background noises in your area, but yeah.
Well, yeah, there's still going to be background noises. It's not like I can, drown those out.
Okay, sorry, I guess, I don't know, I just what if you were having a conversation with someone and you didn't want it to be public on the screen.
Yeah, well, anyway, continue.
But anyway, Sanasu arrives with Juji with the scenario of seeing the whole scale of their destruction of the dinosaurs and all that stuff. And as he talked about his plan coming for, full circle, as we see another one of the, I believe this dinosaur is considered an ornithophoba, an ornithopoda, slashing the head of one of them and all that stuff. And let's see, Gigi seems to have then just using some sort of Earth-style jutsu to cover the remains of some of these things. As let's see, and Sanasu says once they have, exterminated all the prisoners here, they'll head to the Brutsi capital with the Prime Minister to enact their plan. Let's see, Juji saying fine with him and all that stuff, saying how, don't forget our deal and all that stuff. Let's see, and as which we've revealed that Sanasu says that let me just quickly say Sanasurio ends up saying that once everything's been taken care of, you'll get the remains of your dead lover as he repays his debts. Anyway, he's complimenting him after all of these fine warriors they have with his revival technique. As then we notice one of the cellmates of Sasuke, I believe his name is Gano, maybe? Or is it Thunder?
I wouldn't know.
I mean, I know, they're kind of forgettable, to be honest. Yeah. But the elderly one being about to be attacked by one of the bird dinosaurs, and then gets saved by, of course, Memo and all that stuff. With Gigi realizing that he's lost control, and they realize that Sasuke's doing. Though he doesn't seem it's a great loss, though. Let's see, that might not necessarily be the case from what Gigi's implying, as more dinosaurs are coming to try and fight Memo, and then he's surrounded by about 5 of those bird-like dinosaurs. And Sasuke comes in with a Susanoo, blocking and all that stuff, saying all the time they need. Let's see, for buying time. And that's the end of the first half. And then we'll now finally get to what was the second half of the whole chapter, in which before that we got a cover with page of close up of our 4 main characters' eyes. Sasuke and Sakura looking one side, and Sansu and Gigi looking the other. It's kind of like an antagonist and protagonist looking at each other in a sort of standoff thing. Which, to be fair, I'll give them credit for that. It's a nice cover, at least for that context, though perhaps a bit plain.
Yeah.
And I do like the sort of black and white to sort of show good and evil, yin and yang, if you will. But anyway, yeah.
What page is that, though?
The first page of chapter 8, part 2.
All right. I wasn't sure if you were just gonna. Okay, so we're just gonna discuss 8 as a whole. That's fine. Yeah.
Yeah, I figured might as well.
Well, it's only split up, so yeah, that'd be really dumb if we didn't. So
yeah, I mean we've already kind of briefly talked about it split up before, but yeah, with the last stream. But yeah, let's see. So let's see. Sasuke ends up telling Memo they'll keep their distance and fighting these dinosaurs as they charge in, and Sasuke ends up slicing off their heads. And then using some sort of shurikens to keep them in place so they won't regenerate on top of their heads, so keeping them immobilized. And then it seems a Tyrannosaurus Rex has finally appeared, which at least I'm assuming it's a Tyrannosaurus Rex.
I think they call it, I'm pretty sure they call it Tyranno, so yeah.
Yeah. As it ends up, stomping Memo, which I believe, well, granted that. I think in the chapter they also say that, Memo is also a Tyranno, but which is weird because he looks like a raptor.
They're calling him a juvenile, raptor, yeah.
Yeah.
Or a juvenile Tyranno is what
they're
basically. Well, it only gets made worse.
Yeah, I mean, they really can. Due to the fact that they just keep calling dinosaurs dragons and actual dragons, it gets a bit confusing of what species they are and all that stuff. But yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see, with Senso just being filled by the whole conflict. Let's see, of course, mocking Memo being a juvenile and all that stuff, while it's a fully grown specimen mocking Sasuke for making him fight a dinosaur that's pretty much out of his league. And just mocking Sasuke about having no chance. But Gigi warns him that the Tyranno probably might be the one at disadvantage, as we see a memo saying that the beasts summoned by the resurrection are fueled by the summoner's own chakra. And that man most fortunate to pack with Sasuke, he is actually much stronger and takes down the Tyrannosaurus Rex and all that stuff. So, yeah, because, well, Sasuke's got more chakra and all that stuff. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Which shocks Sanasu and all that stuff. As he comments that Gigi comments they don't really know what Sasuke is fully capable of, saying that we might take every last dragon to take him down and all that stuff. But anyway, they end up starting to notice that Sakura has punched her way out, taking out some dinosaurs and breaking the wall and all that stuff. Wondering, as they see her turn down the western wall, saying, with Sanso saying they'll split up, he will handle Sasuke while he will deal with while Gigi will deal with Sakura. Let's see, and he will try and take her down this time as he rides on one of the flying dinosaurs, and ends up following her as she's running out of the perimeter and all that stuff. With Sanso mocking Memo that he's biting the hand that fed him and all that stuff, and just more to Sasuke about stealing Memo, but yeah. But then he pretty much commands every dinosaur in the area, including the long neck one, to fight Sasuke and all that stuff as they all surround him. Let's see, as he comments that, deciding to switch masters is a choice, but yeah, as they all charge towards Sasuke, and saying that you'll soon come to regret betraying him, Memo, as Sasuke and Memo fight pretty much an army of dinosaurs, and that's the end of the full chapter. So, Mangareader, what do you make of this chapter now that we've got to fully read it?
Ooh, the full chapter.
Yeah.
Doesn't really seem to change anything. I mean, we're still watching the most absurd thing ever, if not for aliens in this series, unfold before our eyes.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to figure out how a brontosaurus, which is a herbivore, I mean, I know they're capable of killing anything since they're
large dinosaurs with probably enormous strength.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is considered the bigger threat here than Tyrannosaurus. But what do I know? These are dragons. I'm not sure what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I mean, it's just so weird seeing a Tyrannosaurus Rex be such a minor dinosaur and this and all that stuff, and getting beaten by a raptor. I mean, after all, we've seen in just every other media, you'd probably see a Tyrannosaurus Rex crushing raptors and all that stuff. I mean, you saw it in the first Jurassic Park movie,
right?
And all that stuff. So, yeah. Well, granted, they try to explain this the fact that Memo is much more stronger now since since he now has Sasuke's chakra and all that stuff, which it does show, which to be fair should be expected because Sasuke is supposed to be one of the two strongest ninjas of this era, and this random Juji fella shouldn't really be
all that much. Yeah, shouldn't be anything more than a random ninja.
Yeah. Shouldn't be any, so yeah, he arguably stands more chance, not really of a chance and all that stuff, but yeah, I suppose that's why they have such a large army of dinosaurs here to try and make it at least somewhat of a challenge for Sasuke.
Right.
Now, whether or not you now find this as a credible challenge to Sasuke, I do not know.
Well, it's the odds versus. You're stacking the deck essentially by doing quantity over quality, but I mean, if I can't really think that Madara, who at that time possessed the Ten Tails chakra, is much weaker and should easily be able to crush this in one fell swoop, Frankly, I'm still wondering why Sasuke hasn't started summoning meteors.
It is kind of weird because, like, since he does have the Rinnegan, so he technically can use that same ability.
We see him do it in Boruto, at least. So I don't know why he's not summoning or using gravitational, which we do know he has Almighty Push.
Yeah. And, So, he does have the Rinnegan, at least in in the manga version. I'm not sure in the anime version because, well, the anime version takes place.
So yes, there will be people that tell you that this is canon, and there will be people that will tell you that there's multiple claims that this is just a whatever story. I don't really care. I don't care if it's canon or if it's not. If it's canon, then it completely nerfed Sasuke for no reason. If it's not canon, then it chose for some odd reason to not glorify Sasuke. So that's a really random decision of the writing in this particular situation. That being said, the one thing I can only ever give this that is better than Boruto on any stretch is that it at least looks and feels like a Kishimoto drawn story.
Yeah, I'll definitely say that. And arguably, you could argue the action sequences are a bit better than that of Boruto's as well.
I mean, it's low hanging fruit and it's a low bar, but I mean,
it's at least I'd say I wouldn't really say like a high quality Kishimoto fight scenes. I'd say it's more like Hanzo versus Mifune levels.
For whatever.
Yeah, I mean it's like it's okay. It's okay. Or still good, but just like doesn't feel necessary. But yeah,
not really at all. I don't know why this story really needs to take place, but like you said, this is part 2 of a 3-part series.
Yeah.
Are they doing the Are they actually doing the Kakashi story?
No, I don't think they're actually going to adapt it.
They're not doing that one. They're doing a different Kakashi story.
I don't think even they're doing I don't think they're even doing a different Kakashi story. They just did this manga apparently to try. My understanding is to see if like Sasu Saku content.
Well, there's the Naruto Konoha story, the Steam Ninja Scrolls. Is that not a Kakashi story? Or is that
I think that's part 1 of the story. I think that's the first third of this, but let me just get the wiki up.
There is 13 chapters out on Viz Media apparently.
That's the stream one. That's the one with that's the one with Asuma's daughter.
Yeah.
Yeah, they've already adapted that into the anime. The Retsuden one is the Six Hokage and the Failure Boy.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. So this one's just a completely different story, unrelated.
Yeah.
Okay. Just curious. So they have no intention of doing part 1 or part 3 of this Sasuke series.
No,
which isn't even a Sasuke series. Let me rephrase that. Part 1 is Kakashi. Part 2 is Sasuke. Part 3 is what, Naruto, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
So they're not doing Kakashi or Naruto story. They're just sticking with Sasuke's for no reason.
Yeah.
Mainly because they want to promote Sasuke more than anything, and then they just want to say, hey, this marriage is actually all right. See?
Yeah, I think they're trying to see if this can get them any popularity, but from my understanding, this spin-off manga's first volume only sold half of the Boruto volume sales, so
which is even worse when you look at it, because Boruto volumes have consistently been decreasing in terms of sales.
Yeah, I mean, they're barely keeping on to the 100,000s.
Last I saw it was at 97,000 for the volume 19. Did it finally boot up a bit?
I have no idea. I've not really checked out the Boruto sales.
How dare you? I'm just saying. I just love bringing that up every time with people that say, well, the series is doing well. Yeah, well, if it's doing well, explain this graph to me. Well, the manga or the anime is better. I thought you guys were telling me that the manga was better. It can't even work. There's like, well, this is a promotion for the the anime. Well, if it's a promotion for the anime, it sure ain't doing its job because it's selling less and less.
I think they just don't want to admit that Boruto's story is on the decline.
They
But
just don't want to admit that it's been a flop since day one.
That as well, to be fair.
He was never going to do anything.
Mm-hmm.
They just need to reboot the entire series at this point, or do like what you were offhand talking to Chad about, there being multiverses at this point.
Yeah, they should really consider doing something like that. But yeah, yeah, that could be quite the discussion. But yeah, but yeah. So yeah. Let's see.
They're just afraid to do the popularity pairing poll because even though they have canon pairings, they don't want to actually see what the fan base is actually capable of voting for.
Yeah, probably, yeah. Arguably, you could still argue that amongst Sakura fans, Sasusaku, at least the ones that are currently active, Sasusaku is probably still more popular, but I think that's only because it's canon right now. But it's still widely probably a hated ship.
Yep.
I mean, we still hate it pretty much, so yeah.
Yeah. Well, they haven't done anything to make it better, so.
No. But speaking of it, let's see. Let's see, the whole Sakura being saved by Sasuke scene here. Let's see, from what I can see, those who aren't Sakura shippers did not like the fact that Sasuke had the healing jutsu. Because, you know...
I don't know anyone who really is happy about that, but I don't even also know if... I still don't even, frankly, know if that was truly a healing. It could just be him giving chakra for some reason.
Well, apparently it is the Mystic Palm healing thing, which... Remember how, which is unfortunately, given the anime and later probably even current media, they seem to have just made it such a, like, anyone can use that jutsu when it was, like, only a very few that were skilled, because you know how hard it was for people to become medical ninjas.
That's true.
So, yeah, so it's kind of being downplayed over time thanks to, like, material like this.
Yep.
But, yeah. But one of the biggest controversies is the fact that Sakura says, "I'm so useless again," and all that stuff after failing to stop a GG.
I know we already talked about this, so I don't know how much we want to continue talking about it. But yes, that one particular line, I don't know why people accept it. I don't know why. Well, I'm sure they don't accept it, but it's just like, I don't know why anyone writing a particular story that has envisioned in their mind that they want to have some focus on a particular pairing would ever want to, make their female character like kind of revert.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like I said, I'm pretty sure the last time I said something, it was, I don't know why they would include this line. I don't know why this line needs to be included, but I'm just going to reiterate that if I did say that last time, that I don't know why that line is included. I don't know why you would even want that line to be included. I don't know why that would make a story any better.
The other thing I'll probably say after this chapter, the only interesting thing here is apparently that the reason why Gigi is working for Sonalsu in this crazy using dinosaurs to take over a country plot line is the fact that apparently, let's see, they can revive his dead lover, which, funny enough, when you recall from the first review I did, I assumed that random girl and her mother was, that girl was actually his fiance, but it seems like I was mistaken on that part.
Oh, yeah.
But from my understanding, this fiance character is someone that actually is very associated with the Kakashi novel, at least from what I understand.
Right.
But yeah. But it is interesting how he just seems to be just so nonchalant about the whole Sonalsu's plans with the dinosaur things, though he seems to show some care for one of his former cellmates. But yeah.
What a surprise.
But yeah, I suppose this chapter would probably be more of a 3 out of 10, like I think we said last time. And extra stuff doesn't really add anything. I mean, okay, yes, you kind of got Sakura actually punching a few dinosaurs, but it's nothing that we haven't already seen from her, unfortunately.
Yeah, none of this makes any sense, so it's stupid.
He pretty much, yeah.
We're just in it for the lulls.
Yeah, just a chance to just rip on Sasusaku partly, but also just see just how ridiculous this novel that supposedly fixes Sasusaku, and just how ridiculous about using dinosaurs.
Yeah.
But yeah.
That we're gonna consistently call dragons.
Yeah. Though, granted, I have looked at the Nile wiki, and apparently it says that there was a toy-like dinosaur when Sasuke had as a child, and that's apparently the only reference to dinosaurs you can have in part 1.
Oh. Was that in the manga though, or was that only in the anime?
Apparently, it was in chapter 402 when let's see, Sasuke was just remembering like when he was like wanting to come have Itachi train with him and all that stuff.
Sweet Jesus.
So yeah, but apparently the wiki is using that as the only reason to justify having dinosaurs in this series.
Damn.
Now, interesting, the wiki is also, let's see, revealed that apparently Kishimoto originally planned to have Naruto Uzumaki learn to summon dragons, and the design he came up with was used with basic aesthetics of the Chinese dragon, but made it fat to evoke the European dragons. Let's see. Let's see. Won't share screen the image of what it is, but yeah. But I will at least let's see. Copy the image and share it to you on Skype so you can see what I'm referring to.
Yeah, I'll look at it eventually.
But yeah. Whoops. Let me just come on. There we go. Oops, clicked the wrong wiki page here, but let's see. Damn the sensitive touch of a touchscreen. Let's see. Copy address. There we go. You can see it later, but yeah.
Right.
Anyway, I think we've talked about chapter 8 long enough. We can finally get on to probably what was be the main topic here.
Volume 9. Yeah. Or chapter 9. I don't know why I said volume 9. Chapter 9!
Oh god, this manga series does not need 9 volumes.
Does it only have 1 volume, hopefully?
Since 1 volume's already out, and
is it like
I assume that it'll have
yeah.
a total of 2 or 3 volumes. So
Right.
yeah. Anyway, Sasuke and Memo continue being charged by an army of dinosaurs, with Sasuke just taking out the smaller ones while he takes out while he kills the big guy. With Sasuke using a sort of Chidori Senbon, a sort of mini Chidori spear thing, electrocuting all the flying dinosaurs and then landing on the smaller ones, as Sanatsu comments. But yeah, Memo ends up confronting Sanatsu, with him saying and telling the Petras to defend him and all that stuff, so he escapes. Let's see, while Memo just takes out the big one and all that stuff. With Sanatsu just commenting about how Memo seems to cause him such more trouble than he expected. But yeah, he seems to be chasing him and all that stuff, so yeah, as he commands the rest of the dinosaurs to try and kill Sasuke, with him just, of course, taking them out like they're nothing. With Sasuke just warning him not to boss around the dragons too much, since he's not the one that's in control of the revival jutsu. But this seems to just annoy Senzu, as Memo's being chased by the big guy. And then Sasuke is confronted by, I believe, the Tyrannosaurus Rex. And I believe he ends up jumping and flying himself up. And with him working with the Memo to take out the dinosaur's legs, as I think the giant Spinosaur, pretty long neck dinosaur, I forgot what they're called. Well, I think in manga they call them Titans, but I think let's see. I think they're a Casabanai. Well, presumably a Titan. What? No. I'm not going to try and pronounce names of dinosaurs, but yeah.
Who cares?
But yeah. But you got Senetsu just being like useless dinosaurs and all that stuff, and then ends up being an idiot when the big one tries to get out of the lake and all that stuff, telling the flying dinosaur to help like the big one to get out of the lake. But unfortunately for him, the dinosaur lets him go and he falls to his death. And that's the death of our antagonist and all that stuff.
Yep. No, I think it catches him.
No, he says, oh, no, he falls to his death splat as he realizes that he gave a countermeasure to like
Oh, it did split. Oh, okay. I see.
Yeah. That's the end of our antagonist and that stuff. Sasuke just thinking he lost command of the dinosaur, but yeah. With that one dead, they decide to go with Menmo back to the observatory, but then suddenly a hawk arrives, and Sasuke's wondering who could send a message at this time. But yeah, you have Sakura taking out quite a few more dinosaurs, but then the prisoners, particularly the ones that were in Sasuke's cell, fighting alongside with the tools, whacking them as much as they can. I believe it's Penzilla and Gano. And they keep whacking it, but since it's, a resurrection technique, it just keeps regenerated and all that stuff. But yeah. But anyway, Juji ends up flying towards Sakura as she runs further away. But anyway, but he uses the Earth-style Mud Wall Jutsu to block her path, saying how he doesn't really want to kill her twice, but Sakura's just trying to question what he hopes to achieve all this with dinosaurs and humans fighting each other.
Right.
But yeah. And he comments while she's a sweetheart, and he did actually genuinely want Sakura and Sasuke to have a happy life together. Of course, you and me would rather see them witty Splitsville.
Right.
But yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see. But he's going to have to kill her regardless. With him just telling to her how he told Sasuke to never let his girl alone. But then he ends up being binded by a Twitty Trapper Jutsu, and it's revealed that Sakura has done this, which she slapped a seal on him when she was examining him earlier in the infirmary and all that stuff, saying that she was able to discover that this guy has chakra use and all that stuff. And he's unable to break out, but yeah. But he thinks like he can't get out on his own, but he thinks that he might be able to get out with Sanasu to show up to help. But I believe he ends up sensing that his partner is dead and that Sasuke is now here. With Sasuke realizing that he's the one telling him that he's the one using the revival jutsu, and takes the scroll with the ultra particles because that was the MacGuffin of this entire plot line.
Yeah.
That stuff. So yeah. I'm just shocked by, okay, how do you know about this? But yeah, but then Sasuke reveals that he has the Sharingan, so he realizes that Sasuke is an Uchiha, and that's why Sansu was no match for him, or he didn't stand a chance either, though. Granted, given the fact that Sasuke is the last Uchiha and arguably one of the most well-known ninjas in the world, the name Sasuke probably should have rang a bell, given where this guy's from. And not to mention, Sakura has the Uchiha crest on her back, but yeah.
Right. Well, yeah, we're just now realizing this.
Yeah, but more of that and the overall thoughts, but yeah. But you just expect Sasuke to use his Genjutsu and Gema over with, but yeah. But Sasuke has some questions about what was his goal in all this, since he understands what Sanetsu's goal with using the dragons was, but he realizes that Gigi is not like Sanetsu, which he doesn't seem to be the type that would be all sort of serve his nation and patriotic. Let's see, with him just like, how do you know I'm like that or not? But yeah. And let's see, Sasuke can further confirm this because he saved Penzilla. The one that sounds like Godzilla, but yeah. with Sasuke saying that he was just acting on instinct, thinking back to when he, the one time he got in the way of Naruto's thing. I wonder if Sakura seems to understand that, but yeah. So he's just wondering, like, what's going on? Why are you doing? Since Senso's dead, we're going to turn you over to the authorities, but he wants to know all the circumstances around this. But eventually he tries to refuse, but Sasuke insists, so he ends up revealing that he's a rogue shinobi from the Hidden Sand Village, which should imply that he should know that Sasuke is Uchiha, but yeah. Apparently he left the village, of course, to come to the capital here and join this private army that the Prime Minister was putting together. And during this, he ended up falling in love with one of the maids and all that stuff, saying how she was a looker. And as time went on, he'd rather be with her than, be in the war and all that stuff. But then apparently an epidemic happened and killed her. And I'm pretty certain when did this novel come out? This novel came out just 1 year before the pandemic. So, or at least just before the pandemic was coming to be a big thing in 2019. So I don't think this is a reference to that. But yeah. So, so she apparently died from this pandemic and all that stuff. And the Prime Minister and Sanso made a deal with him that if they create this private army for her, they'll give her a body so he can revive with the jutsu.
Yep.
When he agreed to but apparently this happened. She apparently died when he went to do a little other, would help her out and this beforehand, but yeah. But yes, but since he ended up leaving his girl, because, she apparently died and said and all that stuff, so yeah. And Sakura realizes that once using that one, if he created these dragons for her, he would use the jutsu on her and all that stuff, but yeah. Which Sakura first shows she's kind of disgusted by it. It's saying then says come on, Sasuke, you would probably do the same if you were in his shoes. With Sasuke not giving any answer, and Sakura saying maybe he would have, and saying maybe if she might herself and use the Edo Tensei jutsu in front of me, he might reach with it, but it seemed like, okay, she seems to agree. Gigi thinks she seems to agree with her, but she says that her and Sasuke are alone, and you get in the background, the K11 Sai, Tsunade, Kakashi, and all that stuff, saying how they have friends and family who would stop them from doing anything that stupid.
Right.
And saying that the same reason they're stopping her now, saying that plus her love would probably not feel happy about being resurrected by this jutsu. Saying that this Margo wouldn't want that. And Sasuke realizes, he's revealing the name of the person, but Sasuke realizes that, okay, this is the same person from the message he got telling Juji that she's actually alive. The Prime Minister's lying to her and all that stuff, despite the fact that he was shown a death certificate.
Of course.
And he shows him a message that he got and all that stuff, in which apparently she helped this new king bring down the dictatorship and all that stuff, and that one of the attendants that helped her was Margo and all that stuff, which you see him crying about, realizing that she's alive, and they just lied to him just to make him their pawn in doing this, realizing that this is a scheme that Sun Tzu will come up with. But then Sakura is attacked by a giant Tyrannosaurus Rex, about to bite her. I think one of them played with one of Sasuke's swords. He's about to release the jutsu, though Sakura does get at least one punch in, knocking it down before it starts to disappear, as she realizes he undid the jutsu as all the dinosaurs start disappearing, including the ones that the two prison guys were fighting. and Sasuke then says goodbye to Menno, I mean, that she can finally rest.
Mm-hmm.
Pats her on the head and thanks her for everything as he as the dinosaur disappears, but having one claw touch Sasuke's arm, and that ends the chapter. In a sort of similar way, you could say the end of Tensei thing, ending the chapter.
Yep.
So, Margarita, now that this chapter has come, what do you make of it?
It was a long get through for some reason, despite it not being that long. I'm just kidding. It wasn't that long, but it just felt long, man. It felt long. I don't know why. I hate exposition. I don't really give a shit about this at this point, honest to God with you.
Sorry. But
No,
yeah.
I'm not saying you. I'm saying whoever wrote this. I don't care.
Yeah, it really went longer than it. Oh, it did.
I don't care. I don't care about any of this. A guy had to obviously have a reason, so fine, whatever. His reason was for a woman. Why is it never not that?
I mean, in many ways, it's just pretty much a repeat of like Obito and Rin, to be fair.
Yeah, pretty much. I don't really have much to say. Sakura, for whatever, that's disturbing that she would put seals on all her patients.
Well, apparently she only did it on him because she sensed that he was a chakra
user, sure, but whatever.
Yeah.
Still disturbing.
Yeah. No, I suppose it does show her sort of, let's see, her cleverness at the very least. So I guess I'll give her that.
Right. Oh boy, she planned ahead.
Yeah. I mean, I will admit, it does feel like a bit of a DX machina.
Right. The one guy that had chakra there, she just put on, just in case, a seal. But beyond that, I mean, okay, boring dinosaurs, guy dies in the most anticlimactic way possible. So clearly he wasn't the villain worth being worried about.
Yeah, I suppose this is what happens when you have a villain that doesn't have any chakra and isn't a ninja in the series of Naruto. I mean, granted, it's the first villain since Gato, but at least Gato had,
Yeah, an army,
hired goons and all that stuff.
I don't know why the mud wall would have been anything for Sakura to. I mean, again, this was before we knew that she had her trap or anything, but I don't know why the mud wall would have been any type of
threat to her.
She could have just punched her way through, but
yeah. I mean, you'd expect her to break it and all that stuff.
Yeah, but the only other weird part was, how did he not know about Sasuke being an Uchiha?
Yeah. I mean,
what, he just went by Sasuke's his name? He doesn't have a last name?
Yeah. I mean, especially since he's from the Hidden Sand Village.
Right.
Yeah. You'd think, he would at least know about, Sasuke, since he was a ninja that,
Right.
With the attack.
They took, yeah, I was just gonna say they took Sasuke's name out of all record books. Sasuke Uchiha. They took his name out of those record books. Sure, they did. I'm positive. Wouldn't you know? But yeah, beyond that, man, I wasn't interested before, and I sure as hell ain't interested now. It's just nothing makes sense. They still are calling them dragons to this end. You're never gonna convince me that those are dragons. Never.
I know that in Japan the kanji is similar, but it's just like
you're just never gonna convince me. I don't care. They're not dragons.
Yeah, and in many ways, you should have just had just regular dragons. Heck, you could even done Kishimoto's original ideas for dragons, with like flying ones that look a bit like those chubby European ones. I mean, granted, yes, perhaps it's a bit cartoony, ish first, but at the very least, this would have been more believable in a world setting like Naruto.
Yep.
and no dinosaur plushie toy from like just a small reference in like a in the like a chapter in like chapter 402 is going to be justifiable enough to make everyone believe that dinosaurs are a thing in this world.
That is correct. So
But, yeah.
you would absolutely, yeah, it is what it is. Again, aliens. Just aliens.
Yeah. I mean, let's see. I mean, granted, yeah, it's like let's see. Some there's just no build up to any of this stuff in like Naruto. It's just does not just find believable.
Yep.
But, the only thing I can say is that there is at least a few decent action scenes, though. I find where Sasuke's flying in the air to be a bit weird, to be honest.
Whatever. I don't know how his blinking, the blink, whatever you want to call it, his, oh shit, what was I gonna say? His Rinnegan power, his Rinnegan power, being able to blink and teleport. I still don't know how it truly is effective, because all he does is switch places. But hey, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
You can't use it for fireball, because he'd just be going into the line of fire. You'd think he'd be able to teleport large objects, but he can't.
Yeah, that is a bit weird and all that stuff. But yeah, but that's I suppose you could also argue this is some of the problems with how broken the Rinnegan got in Naruto in the war.
I'm still mad at Bordo, because it feels like Sasuke got to keep the Rinnegan and all of its sage powers, but Naruto didn't get to keep the 6 paths. And if he did, I don't know where the Truth Seeker orbs are.
Yeah, it's just so weird that Naruto just went back to his regular old Kurama mode transformations.
with at least Sage mode, yeah.
Yeah.
Or in this case, Baron mode, which is supposedly stronger than Sage 6 path mode, which makes no sense, but whatever.
Oh yeah. Let's see, but yeah.
So yeah, I mean this chapter sucked anyway, because again, it's just mainly exposition.
Yeah. Yeah.
Villain dies in a stupid way, and it's just exposition.
Yeah, like the Juji's motivations, which get into that.
Now that I'm thinking about it, and I know that this is supposed to be a Sazu-Saku thing, but isn't there kiss in the 3rd book? Because Naruto's around by that point.
Apparently so, which is kind of funny. Like,
so they adapted the wrong book. Unless they force it in here.
Yeah, I was wondering about that. Okay, because because I heard so many things about this book about there was a kiss. Sakura actually learned the truth about the massacre, but then I saw that was taken down from the wiki, so that was not the case. Right. All the things that were to dress the Sasu-Saku baggage, not in at all.
Right.
Let's see, from part 1, it's just pretty much the standard just love, standard old boring love tropes for a ship that was just problematic. But it still gets a bit more problematic here, because given the fact that the whole Juji's motivation is to use the Edo Tensei to bring back his dead lover, you get Sakura saying that, okay, let's see, if it weren't for her friends, she might consider the whole thing, she might use the jutsu herself, which, as you can tell, probably for like non-Sasu-Saku fans that are Sakura fans, were not happy about this Ritzy comment.
Right.
Because it feels so out of character for her.
Yep, I do remember reading that, but yeah.
It's like, given her whole history with the Edo Tensei jutsu and all that stuff, and given the fact that you would need to kill someone, which is clearly against her beliefs as a medical ninja and all that stuff, she would probably be firmly opposed to using that jutsu under any circumstances. Heck, even her mentor was like, let's see, I cannot do it herself. So yeah, I don't think she should even consider it for a second. Now, funny enough, you got a lot of people just laughing at the fact that she thinks like her and Mikhail Evan are all friends because, well, just of how little she's actually spent time with some of them. I mean, okay, Naruto, Kakashi, Tsunade, and Lee, Ino, and Sai, yeah, the rest feel like a bit of a stretch. Especially Hinata and Shino.
Right.
But funny enough, it seems Kiba's been removed from that thing. Kiba's not getting any love. Poor Kiba.
Yep.
So
but, yeah, I don't know. That's weird.
But yeah. But but this is probably also the biggest problem, the whole let's see, Sasuke Retsuden manga is the fact that it's a part 2 or something, and the fact that apparently Margot was a central character in like the first part of the story and all that stuff. Let's see, with just like when Sakura just bursts out and then it's like, wait, who the fuck is that? If you haven't really like read that novel and all that stuff, which is why, honestly, the whole Retsuden series should have just been properly adapted and all that stuff.
Yep.
But since it wasn't, let's see, we're just like only until like we get like Juji's reactions, like, oh, she's alive and all that stuff. But it's like
yeah,
never really seeing it. But yeah, and this is the problem of like and we get more of that details of like But yeah, other than that, I suppose you could say Sasuke and Memo had a touching moment of when he disappeared in the Edo Tensei and all that stuff, and finally released and all that stuff.
Yeah,
but,
released it. Yeah, they released it.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I said, not much really occurs in this. A lot of weird dialogue that I really didn't read or listen to. But yeah. Just dumb shit.
So yeah, and yeah. I mean, if you like the dinosaurs, you might feel some sort of emotional connection, but since we find it stupid, we don't care either way.
Well, I'm not surprised that they just devolve into Sakura's character of, oh, if I lost the person I loved and I had the Edo Tensei in front of me, I might react for it. But yeah, I know that you already had mentioned that, and I'm just reiterating it again. It's like, oh,
Let's see. Which honestly, I might have given this chapter a 5 out of 10, but given that whole comment with Sakura, I've just got to give it like a 3 or 2 out of 10, just because. Well,
yeah.
I just do not like that scene and all that stuff. So yeah,
it's dumb shit. So yeah,
that is overall the chapter and just pretty much everything we probably have to say, unless there's anything else you want to say about these 2 chapters, or just what we might have not missed out on.
Thank God it's over next week.
Yeah,
we won't be reviewing it for a while, but thank God it's over next week. That's what I got to say.
Yeah, I mean, let's see. So yeah, so let's see. Talk about the manga. Funny enough, the manga took longer to come out than the anime that adaptation from it and all that stuff. But then again, I guess the anime got all the pages in advance. But yeah, but you'd think that they would at least do all the chapters first before doing the anime episode. But apparently, since after the current arc, the canon arc in Boruto, that once that's fully adapted, the Boruto anime is going to go on a hiatus, apparently.
Yeah, I know the anime did for Boruto.
So yeah, so it seems like after about 300 or so episodes, they're doing a hiatus. So they just couldn't do all that stuff. But yeah, but it's like this story is pretty much the last big Sakura story that we know of for the time being. It's just so far it's just been not really worth it. But yeah, so anyway, Mangareader, after that, I thank you for joining with me for this. Granted, I was expecting to do chapter 10 today, but
Yeah, you got that one wrong.
Yeah, let's see. But then again, let's see. But given the whole this screwy publication of this manga, I have not been able to keep properly track of it all. But yeah,
My Hero comes out tomorrow.
Yeah, the My Hero chapter comes out tomorrow, and arguably, if the My Hero Academia chapter had come out, official translation came out today, I probably would have
tried to do it.
For that instead of this, but
didn't work that way.
No, so we are now here and all that stuff. But yeah, but at the very least,
we are doing the things. Yeah.
When we get to chapter 10, let's see, we don't have to do too much of Sasuke of this manga all in one go. But yeah,
right.
But for now, we'll be signing off. I am Blue Star Saber.
I'm Mangareader.
And we are now done. For those who end up watching, even if only a bit, or even listened for a bit, we hope you enjoyed what we had to say, even though half of it was probably me summarizing just the ridiculousness of this chapter, these chapters. But yeah, and even though we already covered like a bit of the 8th one here, we just figured might as well just see it as a whole, and it didn't really do much different. But yeah. Well, hopefully Lucky Chi will be with us next time, and yeah, goodbye.
Have a good one, guys.